Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to make a trinket dish. Um, First thing I did was I colored the edge with Let's Resin metallic powder, rustic gold. I just took a paintbrush and went around the edge. The metallic paints our mica powders are a little harder to clean up, so I'm hoping I did a good enough job. I have to use alcohol spray and a baby wipe, and I go through and I wipe down the mold and I wipe down again. But one of the cool things that I'm going for on the edge is a rustic look. Hopefully we'll get that. We'll see. I'm using the hibiscus mold from Pouring Your Heart Out, and I'm also using craft resin. It's a 1-to-1 low viscosity resin. I went ahead and poured 10 ounces of the resin, which may be too much, but I'm okay with that because I have another project I'm working on. I divided it amongst these 5 cups. And in the first cup, I mixed resin octopus fluids, resin ink, tangerine, and I did 10 drops. And that's what that looks like. In the next cup, I did eye candy Shiro white, and I mixed that up really well. In the next cup, I'm using kind of a heavy pigment. I hope it works, but it's ruby red from Les Expressions. And it is very heavy. I have some worries that it's too heavy, but we'll do it. We'll do it. And then in the next cup, I use Pearl X Interference Gold. And then in my last cup, I just have clear. Yeah, I know, clear push. So unlike me. But I'm going for a certain look with this bowl, and I hope I'm able to achieve it, and the clear push will help me with that. So let's get started. So this is just a pour, nothing fancy. And I am going to start by just pouring in the center. I'm trying to use as much of the resin as I have in my cups. All right. Next, I'm going to take my white, but I'm only going to take half of the white. Mixing it again because I don't want any mica powder lumps. I think that's a good amount. And then my little bit of a heavy color. And I'm going to take half of this also. And then the interference gold. I'm just going to leave the stick in there. I'm not going to do my white yet because that's for my end. So now I'm going to go with my Les again. And I'm going to finish that up. Then my interference gold. And now I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to trace around the outside of my mold. Not perfectly, because you know how shaky my hands are. going to pour the rest in the center. And then last but not least, our clear. And that's going right in the center. Now, since I'm making it a bowl, I'm not going to put any gems or anything in the center. You could do some foil flakes or something if you wanted to, but I want to leave it clear for this project. And then I'm going to spray it with a little heat. You can see we don't have too much bubbles here, but just a little heat. I will keep an eye on it for like 15-20 minutes to see if any bubbles seep up. If my edge gets bubbly at all, sorry, I'll take a toothpick, just put a little bit of alcohol spray on it, and then I'll go along the edge just to get any possible bubbles that might form around the edge. But otherwise, that's all I'm going to do, and we'll come back when it's ready to unmold and see how it came out. I am going to come back a little early because, like I said, I'm hoping to make it a trinket dish, so it still has to be a little soft in order for me to form it. All right, I'll see you guys a little bit later. We are back to finish up our trinket dish. It should be ready to put into our bowl to shape. We'll just need to decide which side we want to be facing out or facing down. But let's go ahead and take it out. Now I am wearing gloves, and the reason I'm wearing gloves is so I don't get fingerprints on this, because remember, it's still soft. All right, let me just put that down. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. Of course, that's going to be the inside. That's going to be the outside, because just look at that. All right. So now we're just going to give it a press. Just want to try to make sure it's all evenly pressed. I don't really like that. Hold on. Let's do this again. I didn't feel like I got it centered enough. All right, I think that's good. I have it around the edge. I have it lining up just about the bottom ring of the bowl. I think that's really good. All right. All right, we are back to see how this came out. I got to tell you, I love it so far. I love the gold edge. I love the colors. Came out of the bowl easy. That's always a huge plus. And you just heard me throw it on the floor. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. I love the gold edge. I love the colors. Look at the bowl. It's just beautiful. That came out perfect.